What's going on, guys? Newick here, and today I have a special topic. A friend has been asking me, how do I be good at Halo? Well, today I'm making that video for him, and it's his day to learn, and everybody else who watches this video. Now, a little disclaimer, my tips and tricks may not work for you, but they have worked for me, and I assume that they can work for you if you put them to the use correctly. Now, the gameplay you're watching is it's multi-team on Solace, and then there's another one coming up. That's a free-for-all, SWAT free-for-all during the Halo Global Championship. Anyways, you'll see that just when we get to it. But okay, so I wrote down a bunch of tips. And I'm just going to go through them, and then I'm going to come back and go more in depth with them. Okay. All right. So the first thing I have written down is stay on the edges of the map. Second thing is four-shot opponents. Use grenades effectively. Pre-fire around corners. Know when to engage the enemy. Move with a teammate. Use the power weapons. Flank. Don't chase your opponents. Try not to get angry. Play Halo 3. Watch the pros. And communicate. So those are the tips that I have written down. And some things that I do to have myself be better. So starting at number 1, staying on the edges of the map. Now this is important because you want to stay on the edges of the map because you don't want to be a target. If you go into the middle of the map, you might be in all the action, but you got a lot of guns aiming at you. I mean, there are a lot of eyes on you. You are an open target. And staying on the edges of the map, have cover. I mean, know where to go. You know, if somebody starts shooting you in the back or on the side, have an escape route. Like, I mean, you can cut down on so many deaths just by having situational awareness of where you are and where you need to go. I mean, it's just like playing a sport, you know. You always gotta know, if this happens, what do I do? That's always a good thing to think about. You always have to have that rolling in your head. So stay on the edges of the map. Next thing, four-shot opponents. Now, this is four-shotting, the ability to four-shot opponents is, it's crucial. I mean, to be able to go up against anybody and be able to put 4 shots on them and put them down and then move on to the next person it's so crucial that I can't even put it into words. It's very important, and to do this, you just need to practice. I mean, because I'm still working on it. I feel like I'm never going to be able to get to that point where I can consistently four-shot opponents every time. But some ways you can practice. Well, you can go in the pub lobbies. I mean, just keep going in the lobbies and just working, or grab a friend, go into a custom game, load up the Octagon, and just battle it out for 15 minutes. There you're really going to get a skill improvement by just working together to get your shots crisp and accurate. It's a very crucial part of Halo, being able to 4-shot and 5-shot, if depending on the weapon. If you're using the DMR, I believe it's a 5-shot. Anyways, second to 4-shotting is using your grenades. Grenades are extremely important because grenades allow you to be able to take on multiple opponents. So if you're able to use grenades, you can be an entire team by yourself. I mean, a grenade can take down their shields, and then all you gotta do is pop them in the head once. And then if you find yourself confronted by 2 people, you can take down both of their shields and just shoot them in the face. I mean, I know I had another friend who played Halo Reach, and he was never able to get down the grenades properly, but everybody else was able to, and he just had a hard time because the grenades are extremely important, and they are annoying sometimes. I know I'm kind of guilty to say people are grenade whoring and stuff, but it's part of the game, and it's a very crucial strategy along with it. Okay, moving on. Pre-firing. Pre-fire around corners. I mean, I just started doing this, and it is extremely effective to try and get that first shot on the opponent. I mean, if you know there's an opponent around a corner, pre-fire that corner, shoot before you see him, because if you get that first shot on him, you already have the advantage, and you're probably going to win that firefight. Okay, now, on this next, I'm rolling into a different topic. So those skills that I went over are kind of like personal skills that you need to work on for yourself. Now, these skills are kind of like cohesive units thing. Like, you need to work as a team. You need to work with your teammates and everybody else. Okay, so I guess just play smart, you know? Know when to engage the enemy. Okay, if you're charging constantly, stop. Do not charge your opponent all the time, especially if you're outnumbered. Do not charge an opponent if it's just you and the other team has 2 people, or if you're going up against 2 people. Do not engage them. Try and like get them separated or something, you know, or use your grenades, take down their shields, you know, harping back to the grenades. It can be extremely effective, and if you avoid the disadvantage that you have, you're able to live longer, and the less you die, the more advantages you give yourself, and you're not hurting the team. And I say avoid 2 people conflicts. I also say run with a teammate. Have the 2 people. I mean, you want to have the advantage here. So if you run into somebody who has 2 people, it's equal. You guys can like battle out, and it's a kind of a fair battle as long as they're not cheating or something. I don't know. But yeah, don't give yourself a disadvantage by running alone. And I do this all the time. I always seem to run alone. I've just ingrained it into my system for somehow, and I need to get rid of it. But I always run alone, and I always get beat. It's not good. Run with a teammate. Do not leave his side. Well, you can leave his side if you want to flank and trap people, but try your hardest to have a teammate around. But don't be running with like 3 people. I don't want to condone pack hunting, because pack hunting is really annoying, and I just don't like it. But yeah, just try and run with a teammate. Try and cover each other's backs. Do that kind of stuff. Use the power weapons on the map. If you can use the power weapons like the rocket launcher and the sniper, you basically control the game. I mean, you can go anywhere and defeat anybody. I mean, and you have the build-up skill with the power weapons also. I mean, if you get really good with the sniper, you can be a wrecking machine. I mean, you can totally just decimate the other team, and they won't know what to do. I mean, same with the rockets. Although the rockets are pretty easy to handle, they still confront challenges, because if they have distance on you, I mean, it's kind of difficult. Anyways, yeah, just use the power weapons to your advantage, and just like and also with the power weapons are usually in key points in the map, so you can control the map, right? So if you control the power weapons, you control the map, and if you control the map, you control the enemy team. That's always a good situation. Bad situation for them, good situation for you. And then if you find yourself on the receiving hand of that, you gotta flank them, dude. You gotta get on their sides, and you gotta flank them till they're done. You know, it's like you're never gonna win by pushing forward all the time, because if they have the power weapons and stuff, you're just gonna get beat down and beat down and beat down, and soon the game's gonna end. You gotta get around their rears, and you gotta push it, and you gotta push them back, dude. I was gonna make a butt sex joke right there, but I know I'm just not gonna do it. So I know we were all thinking that, but yeah. Also, a very important thing in Halo that many people do not know, and they also do it, but do not chase your opponent. If you get his shields down or you get shots on him and he runs around a corner, let him go. Do not pursue unless you know he's alone. I would not pursue him, because if he goes around that corner and he sets up, he's going to throw a grenade to anticipate you coming after him. He's going to get your shields down. He's going to get you on your heels, and he's going to shoot you in the face, and you're going to lose that battle. Or he's going to have a teammate with him this time, and it's just a bad situation to chase. And I find myself chasing sometimes, and I always lose. I mean, well, not always lose. I mean, sometimes I'm able to get them, but it is like a 50-50 shot if you're going to chase. I would not recommend chasing. I'd recommend just holding down the area of the map that you have and just trying to push them away and trying to get as many kills as possible. Okay, so the game's coming up, is wrapping up, so I am going to suggest you stick around for I'm gonna make a part 2 for this, and I'm gonna finish it up. All right, so just stay in touch. I'll see you guys later. All right.